Okay, hello guys. Hi, nice to see you.
Hi, hello.
Hi, how are you today?
We're fine.
You're fine. Okay, I see we're gonna be in a rather small group today, but it's not a problem. We have a interesting topic. I'm gonna copy paste that to you on the chat. Who knows what's the question for today?
Was it about hate speech, I think?
Yes.
Who is the one who has the right to say what is hate speech?
Yeah, okay. So maybe we're gonna start with this question. What do you think hate speech is? What do you think?
I think hate speech is like when you attack someone based on their religion, color, nationality, and stuff like the gender too.
Okay. What might be the other, reasons for hate speech? I mean, it's about like being different from somebody, yeah? That somebody doesn't accept you, I don't know, your customs, your behavior, your language, I don't know. So what might be the other grounds? Actually, I sent you a link to Wikipedia. We're okay, so you can check things on Wikipedia and just tell us something interesting. So there's a hate speech and online hate speech. So what do they say? Hate speech is public speech that expresses hate or encourages violence towards a person or group. Yeah, so based on race, religion, sexual orientation. There's also this debate over, on the one hand, we have freedom of speech, and we have something called hate speech. So how would you define freedom of speech, maybe first of all?
Freedom of speech is the right that everybody has to give an opinion about any topic, about probably religion, about politics, without being arrested or without being sanctioned by, or without being arrested, basically, by authorities. And but there is a limit also. No? You cannot just say false, accusations, because you need proofs. So everything has a limit, I think.
Okay, and we talk about like freedom of speech in like mass media. So do you think, sorry.
I think the end of the freedom of speech is when someone who speak is starting to attack someone.
Okay.
If we are talking about freedom of speech and hate speech, it's not the same. If we are starting to attack someone, the freedom is ending.
It's limited. Okay, so it's an interesting concept, like freedom of speech. Yeah, that basically we should be able to, the Wikipedia says, articulate our opinions and ideas without fear of like censorship or legal sanction. So now, my question is, don't you think that those two things are kind of, in conflict? If we have something called hate speech, don't you think that freedom of speech is actually censored? What do you think?
I agree.
I think it's hard to draw the line between them, maybe. Because some people can like see something as a hate speech, and some people see it as like freedom of speech, and that's the problem.
There has to be a balance, of course. No? You can have freedom of speech and, as I told you, give false testimony, I mean, accuse somebody of doing something illegal, for example, that's not freedom of speech, right? So there is a limit. But I think that with hate speech is more related to a group of people. You have to, in order to be considered like hate speech, you need to be addressing like a group of people in general about anything, religion, race, whatever. And but I think the problem is when you use the government for that propaganda against a group of people. That's when it's a problem. But when a person can give an opinion, I don't think it should be censored, you know, as we're seeing right now or nowadays. But when you use the government, probably there's a problem.
Okay. Have you, by the way, have you seen this video that I uploaded on my website by Peterson? What was his opinion on that? Has anyone seen that? No, nobody.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
I did.
So what was his, if you remember, like briefly?
I do remember. I know him. Yeah, what he's saying is that if the government is censoring certain speech as hate speech, the government is taking away freedom of speech, which is protected by the Constitution. He's citing the Constitution of the United States. The First Amendment says that you have freedom of speech. And he is saying if there is a limit, as you were saying, Agnes, there's no freedom anymore. But it's sensitive because I believe that you should have freedom, but I also, from my perspective, I think it should be illegal to use hate speech. But the problem is that what is hate speech for one group of people, it's not hate speech for another group of people. So that's the part that's sensitive. So he is saying the government should not get involved in this. But then, in fact, the Supreme Court of the United States has denied twice the U.S. government was trying to make it illegal to use hate speech, and it was trying to punish hate speech, and the Supreme Court said, nope, we're going to keep it open. It's freedom of speech is freedom of speech. So this way we have true democracy. I don't know. I think we're going over the top with this. I think freedom of speech is great, but we should practice common sense and not attack one another, I think, even if we have different beliefs, you know. So I disagree with the speaker there. He's a bit too radical for me.
Okay,
anyway.
Cool. He said something about right to offend or to be offended. Like, it's very hard to say something and not to offend somebody. Like, if you think about, I don't know, I think red is the best color. I'm gonna offend somebody, yeah, by saying that. Somebody would like strongly disagree with me. Anyway, so what's your opinion, guys? Who should decide what is hate speech? Like, is there any like?
I think it should be common sense. It should be like, I should be sensitive to the feelings of others and the culture of others. So I should not be openly using language that will offend others. I think it does. I don't have to fear the law, actually, to be polite, to be thoughtful. But I feel like it wouldn't hurt to have laws protecting people's feelings. I have to say that, like, people's core beliefs, even because nowadays some people just abuse of that. The freedom of speech, I can say whatever I want, and they get in your face and they will say it to you. I don't like that.
Okay. Anyone else would like to say something, share thoughts before I'm gonna put you in separate rooms? Last chance. No.
But I think no one should have the right to say what is hate speech or what is not. As the other guy said, it's common sense. But there are certain things that you cannot do. For example, you cannot criticize somebody because of their race, because that was not the election of the other person. You cannot criticize the other person because of their nationality, for example.
Right.
Probably you can criticize somebody, the point of view of somebody, their political point of view, for example. You can criticize that. There are certain things that you don't choose to have, and you cannot be criticized because of those things. So those things, I think, are the only things that we can consider that are really hate speech. Race, nationality, things that you don't choose, basically.
Hello.
Hi. Okay, guys, I'm not going to keep you here any longer. So enjoy your chat for like 10-15 minutes in those, breakup rooms, and we're going to be back. So you can discuss part 1 from this link that you have on chat. So enjoy and see in 10, maybe 15 minutes. We'll see. Bye.